It's 5 o'clock.
And it's crackerjack.
A meteor storm and the sky above us was dancing with lights. Purple, green, brilliant yellow, yes!
What?
These shoes! They fit perfectly. Yes.
But James, I need you.
So does England.
There are worlds out there where the sky's burning, where the sea's asleep and the rivers dream. People made of smoke and cities made of song. Some of there's danger, some of there's injustice. Somewhere else the tea's getting cold. Come on, Ace. We've got work to do.
Well, you've got my work to do, but I am off for the weekend, right? This is where I say sayonara, boys and girls of the world. Well, only until tomorrow, when I plot back onto the universe once again. The Friday stream is a bit of a weird stream. I kind of view it as like a pre-record stream because like a lot more people watch it a lot later, right? When it's like I think I'm gonna put this one out at 6 o'clock, right? I'm gonna because I'm not sure because Sabbath comes in late. Oh man, yeah, we're heading to like the not the latest, but it's I think tonight it comes in. It's okay. There's lots of weird timing, right? They have the time that you light the candles, which is 18 minutes before the prohibitions of Sabbath come in. So candle lighting time is 7:19, which is quite late. That's 5:19 for you in England. So add 18 minutes onto that. That's 7:37. That's really late, right? I was used to Sabbath starting at like 5:30, right? I was like, whoa. See, I do kind of like the longer Fridays, right? It's I'm gonna say it's kind of a nice, relaxed way of going into Sabbath. I mean, although now I stream, which is kind of stupid. What can you do? I'm thinking on Mondays and Wednesdays they are going to be pre-records, though, right? I am, yeah, because I need to like be able to breathe a bit, and I'm a bit honestly. I just got I got really snowed under with work this week, like really like. Because I came off that Jewish holiday, and you kind of like lose 2 days because of it, so I'm just nearly caught up, right, man? I was making a storm of thumbnails this morning, right? And what is the this week? It's let me see what happened. 1 second, I'm gonna do. Oh god, I hate going to h.com because it's such a shit website now. It's like I got to try and find. Like how do Torah portion? Okay. Oh God, I really don't like this. Is it NASA? I didn't think it was NASA. Hang on. Here, let me share the screen so because you can watch my pain, right? You can watch my pain as I try and navigate this piece of shit. Right? Oh god, this website is such a piece of shit. Where is it? Chrome tab, h.com. Okay, there we go. Like what the fuck? Oh, it's just annoying me now. Okay, well, there it is. Fine. So, wait. Torah portion. Is it really NASA? All portions. Let's go for that. Oh. Right. Is it really? 1 second. Hang on. Let me check, because I don't really believe it. Because sometimes in Israel and... exactly. I didn't say. In Israel and in... was it? Outside of Israel, they're like a week off. Right, so we're at this one, Balatocha, right? They're a week behind us. Oh man, there's too much going on here. Oh man, how do I? Oh, here is it. Lively Parsha. This is better. Now this is you can get. These are better as classes. He gave these. If you ever look, if you're a Christian, you want to have a wild Bible class, like really in depth by a guy who's very religious and thereby somewhat racist, but very sweet about it, like very well-meaning. So, but he gives a very like he's very yeah, no, if you're not Jewish, you shouldn't listen. He's very dismissive of other religions. Like he's not complimentary. Oi, but he's like this genius, and he's very good at doing this like beginner level class. Well, that's Smoky Kishka. That sounds pretty good. Yeah, I mean, this thing should give me the oh, the menorah's in this week. Oh, that's interesting. Right, inauguration of the Levites, Passover offering, second Passover. Okay, fine. So right now, right, because we serialize it each week, and oh yeah. This is the week. This is the week, right? This is the week where it goes down. Fine. Now I know what's going on. We serialize it each week, and it kind of reflects the energy of the week as well, right? And I've kind of been noticing in this because, like, I think. Like this week's been a long week. It's like since that Jewish holiday, which was we ended like last Saturday night. It seems like it's been a long week, right? And not that much has happened, but it seems like it's been a long week. And my wife was saying the same thing. I think that's because there's a energy shift this week, right? There's this really weird bit in the in this week's section of the Bible, the Old Testament you read, where it's got these two letters that are nun, which are upside down, right? They basically make parentheses for this like bit, and then everything kind of gets bad after that in the narrative. Like all bad stuff starts to go down. So that's really the indicative of the change of energy, which I think that we're in for listen, I might be wrong, but I think we're in for a rough few months. Right, I do. I might be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. Right, but if we reach, when is it now? June. If we reach end of July and everything's been groovy, I'm 100% wrong. and then just when you let your guard down, then things go south. But yeah, no, I mean, I don't know. I'm feeling kind of like. The apocalypse is coming, baby. I really am. I don't tell you. What makes you think that? So, things like this, for example. Let me share the screen. So this was on the BBC social media. They posted this thing, and it's baffling. It's really genuinely baffling, right? Firstly, why are there only women cosplaying as the 13th Doctor? Sexist much? Right? I don't know. But okay. You can find a lot of stuff behind the sofa, but our favorite is Doctor Who fans. Okay. As we celebrate 60 years of the best fandom in the universe this month, tell us, what does being a Doctor Who fan mean to you? So then they put it with this picture. So what's this got to do with behind the sofa? Do you think they just had a picture with the word behind the sofa already on it? I don't know. But why are they appealing to insight about Doctor Who? Wait, come back. Insight about Doctor Who fans, right? And putting this picture in, right? I have to tell you. Doctor Who fandom was really quite an enjoyable place to be until they showed up, right? Until these weirdos showed up, right? Then it kind of all went downhill. I hate to tell it, right? It's not that Jodie Whittaker was a woman. You just can't stand Jodie Whittaker. No. She was horribly cast in the role. She was very bad in the role, right? They hemorrhaged viewers for a reason because it was shit, right? And it was alienating shit on top of that. But her fans were just evil, nasty people, right? Evil, nasty, narcissist bullies that pretend they're victims. It's like the most disgusting people I've ever come into contact with, right? I just like, wow, what an incredible absence of any form of morality whatsoever. And for some reason, You're picking, this confederacy of dunces here. It's like, are you a Doctor Who fan? Like, I don't. What's the connection? I think this is BBC weirdly trolling Doctor Who fandom, don't you? I mean, I kind of do. It just feels that. I mean, like, what kind of response do you think this is going to get? Right? It's not actually. So I think this is I think this was intended to produce a negative response, right? Which is why I didn't respond to it. I think it's intended to produce which is very normal to have a negative response to it, so they can point to it and go, see, look at the white supremacy here, toxic, whatever, they're not so to say, right? Because they'll use anything as a pretext to attack, right? To say they've been attacked. Because victimhood is everything to them. Anyway, quite a few people, good people, did indeed reply. And I found them all entertaining. If I thought Genderborg with matching play suits behind my sofa, if I found Genderborg with matching play suits behind my sofa, I'll take drastic action, including wondering how they got there in the first place. Beyond the uncanny valley, your image of a Who fan seems somewhat non-diverse and limited. Expand your vision. Well, you are saying you are saying a pretty good idea. And I do like the way you weren't insulting, right? It was you just bought, like, you bought a thing. It's like, oh, it doesn't seem very inclusive, diverse, right? Yeah. Problem being Twitter feed. Sometimes I could just go. I mean, when he's on Twitter, I could just read his feed for hours. It's fascinating, right? It's absolutely fascinating. This is the problem. Is the guy who wanted to hook up with that guy Stephen Morgan, right? Who I discovered, and I don't know why I didn't do this to start with, right? I should have just gone and look at his Twitter, what's the name, timeline. I was like, oh, okay. I don't know why this is kind of punching down. Really, you're just telling us you only like a tiny fraction of fans. That is, basically that's what they're saying, right? I mean, it's like, problem if you're watching, or if you're watching in the future, right? There's a who is it? The Jewish comedian called Ari Gold. Is it Ari Gold? I can't remember. Ari Sanger, rather. Hang on, let me look up. Okay, YouTube. It is Ari, I think. Ari, if I get Ari right, Ari Shafir, right? Ari Shafir, and he says his favorite racial slur is "goy," right? Because "goy" is the racial slur for non-Jew, right? So it's like, I like it that my racial slur is the most inclusive. Includes basically everybody apart from 1%. So, that's kind of what this is like. Like, yeah, we want this kind of tiny group and nobody else, right? Everybody else is evil. And centering there and then nearly destroyed Doctor Who. This is elitism, and it could just be they're stupid and they didn't realize how stupid they'll be. All right? That could be. To the few and not to the many, not all inclusive when you're the only pandering to a tiny toxic minority. If they weren't so toxic, it wouldn't be such a problem. All right, but man, they are so toxic. The bank of them says it means after the activist invasion and writing vandalism of the Chibnall Whittaker era, I can now barely feel any love for the show past the 12th Doctor. I am not welcome. You're true, yeah. To me, means being the odd one out, sadly. I don't know what that means. Well, you've got a very hot avatar there, so to go 24. There we go. Why do you keep flogging the demise of Doctor Who? The viewing figures were abysmal. Yeah, they were. They were. I mean, like, even at its lowest, Doctor Who was able to go toe-to-toe with streaming giants. And in terms of viewing figures, not sure this is good as the heights of Russell Davis in 2008. But hardly anything can be sniffed at. I don't know. I will sniff it quite a lot, quite frankly. So, yeah, that was weird. That was like a weird thing that happened for some reason. Oh, yeah, let me show that 1 second. Doink, yeah. I've shared this for a while. This is funny. Quick, was it here? Come back. Quick history. Who did this? Killed Lincoln, a Democrat. Killed JFK. That'll be a Democrat. Where's the screen share? Let me check. No, it's not. Dang it. Oh. There you go. Boink. Okay, quick history. Who did it? Killed Lincoln, a Democrat. Killed JFK, a Democrat. Killed Martin Luther King, a Democrat. I actually didn't know that. Creator of the KKK, a Democrats. I knew that. Lynched blacks, Democrats. Well, was it exclusively Democrats? I think that probably crossed, party lines. I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe it was just Democrats. I don't know that maybe they were always evil. I mean, I don't know. I mean, listen, if they're always this evil, how come there's still a party? Like, how can you still be a thing and do all this stuff? I understand. Segregation, well, they're doing it now, so I guess it was there. Jim Crow, that was them, yeah. Turban caps, Woolly. That was the Democrats, okay. Confederacy, Democrats, called racist Republicans. Well, that makes sense. That's just right and proper, is all I can say. That just makes a lot of sense. Cringe. Happy Cringe Month. Yes. Yeah, nothing represents 2023 than this. So much. Oh, God. Absolutely. So, so I had to catch up making a gazillion thumbnails so I can make all these videos. So I got this one. I think, is this tonight? Yeah, this is tonight. The Pride Month comes to Doctor Who magazine with all the subtlety, all the grace and subtlety that one would expect. Yes, exactly. People are totally not getting sick of this. Yeah, I do like he's holding up that me trying to my life. Yeah, like it's it's like, I don't know. I don't understand why you need to be seen so much, right? You need to be, seen a lot more than anybody else. I don't get it. You're like 1 in 1,000. It was like somebody really trans, I believe, is like 1 in 30,000 to 1 in 100,000 or some ridiculously infinitesimal number like that. That's crazy. I guess once you get into millions, you get a few. If it's 1 in 100,000, then you get 10 in a million. No, it can't be. So it's 140 million. It'll make it 1,400. Really? That's small. It could be more. Could you imagine if it's only about over under 2,000 people? Oh, that'd be crazy. I wonder how many it is. Maybe it is under 2,000. I don't know. In America, I was just doing, if it's 1 in 100,000, maybe I'm doing the math wrong. I don't know. But like, how big is the trans population of America? Is it 10,000? I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's a big demographic. Actually, I wonder if I can look up those stats. Right? I don't know. I think we should investigate. Right? I think indeed we should. What's it? Trans population of America. Wait, let's have a look. I would say 1.6 million. All right, but that was in 2017, so probably about 3 million today. Yeah, I mean, it probably would have gone up quite a lot. I would have thought anyway. You have so much else to go. So yeah, that's coming out tonight. This I'm not sure. At some point, trying to put together the confusing mess of what Doctor Who and what is Doctor Who and the metaverse. I still don't know. I think it's a place where you can sell NFTs. No, buy NFTs, where the BBC can sell NFTs. From what I can tell, right? So this came out earlier today. Finally, what's it? AI art paid off. Elon Musk's weird battle with Twitter for free speech. Matt Walsh's "What Is a Woman" documentary weirdly censored on Twitter. Yeah, we're going to talk about this story in a minute, right? Yeah, we will be coming back to the story. There's been some updates worth talking about. Great thumbnail for tomorrow. Oh, yes, it is. Yes, it is. Saturday night's edition. Doctor Who weirdness. As we do some weirdness. Star Trek. Will they fuck it up again? I don't know. That's the question we're asking. Star Trek. Will they fuck it up again? Right? Disney grooming. Nothing about this is normal. Yeah, it's very true. Millie might say you look lovely. And so do you, Perry. I do like your outfit. Well, it suits you. Suits you, sir. Suits you. Here we are right now. Yeah, we got to do the we already done one story. Okay, fine. Oh, that's a replay. This is the one for now. There you go. Where else did I do not? Oh, there's this one as well. Doctor Who fans who explains why they're disappointed with Doctor Who fandom. Why can't everybody be exactly the same as me? It really is where we're at. I mean, it really is where we're at. Happy Pride Month, everybody. Happy Pride Month. We'll leave that up for Pride Month because actually, no, I think it was too gross. And you know, General Milley said, "Don't leave his family photos around." I'll be here all night. Well, who should we leave up? We'll leave those up for a while. Well, there's hardly anyone in the chat. I'll only take a couple of seconds to get through the chat. 1 second. Okay, you're staying there, Millie, darling. Sun Ranger's here. Come on, Ace, we got work to do. Yes. Oh, I love a bit of seventh. Village on the Dam. Yeah, that's what you do at 50 years of Geordie. Icky Thump. It's all about me. Yeah, where is it? Where's that picture? Oh, me. I am Doctor Who now. I'll be Doctor Who forever because it's a woman's turn. Oh, hear me roar. Icky Thump. Aye. Oh, by the way, I'm also going to be shit. Yeah, we know, darling. We know. Oh, Icky Thump. The Army of Hell. It does have like, yeah, Attack of the Valkyries that are playing. When you look at it, Matthew Pounder's there. How you doing, Matthew Pounder? It kind of like, this is like the sound you hear when the time monster screeches into reality. Yeah, that's the sort of sound you hear when you see this. Oh, it's like I don't know. Was the BBC, Doctor Who BBC Twitter feed trying to give us all enemas for free? Right, because it kind of worked. Oh, no. Oh, too much Geordie. Oh, shall we zoom in on the Geordies? Oh, so much Geordie. So much stunning. Oh, she's quite cute. Okay, that Jodie, quite shaggy. Let's have a look. From what I can tell, at least she has a bit of a figure. I don't know. Get drunk a bit. No. No. We're like housewife Jodie and I don't know. Asian. Was it bride for sale thing? Very cute. Don't know who you are, but you're way too good for the Jodies. Look, I see they got the best looking ones near a Jodie. That's weird. If I'm drunk, I don't think I can get drunk enough. Oh my god! No. What is it, these two? We will. They look like the two from Fury from the Deep, Mr. Mr. Women Drill, the ones with the gas that comes out their mouths. Oh my god! So horrifying. Oh. Honestly, it's skeeving me out. Oh, you go back. Back. Okay, at least I've had the cute one of shot. I can, like, balance things out. Oh, that's horrifying. What are they doing? They're trying to kill us off. That's how they're trying to kill us off. By showing us horrifying imagery. Horrifying image of Jodie. What we're up to? Darren M is it? How you doing, Darren M? Thank you for joining us. And 9 of them are autistic, according to the study. Virtually all. Yeah. Oh God, I know. Oh man, I got so sucked into his, like, I don't know, confrontation with somebody who's clearly, the village idiot. Oh, such a schmuck. Oh, I feel really, like, dumb for it. Anyway, let's do some Doctor Who news. We'll start with that. Where is it? We'll go for, no, not that one. Not that one. This is one. That's the one. They stared into the vortex too long. Yes. Fuck me. Okay, you're skeeving everybody out, darling. Oh, you're like the opposite of porn. Really, you're like anti-Viagra. Oh. I have to try and invert my penis back into a normal shape now, as it recoiled so much from that horrendous image. Speaking of giving you horrendous images, anyway. I don't know. I don't want to go to synagogue tonight. Well, my wife will be upset if I don't. It's so bloody hot. It's hot. And a friend of mine, I've just had a grandkid, and another friend of mine's bar mitzvah. I just want to avoid all of that. I just want to sit down and be left alone. Honestly, the reason I go to synagogue, because there's a group of people who don't go to synagogue. They just hang out outside and schmooze and chat. That's the group I like, right? That's the group who I like. I would totally like. I think that's a group that God probably prefers too, right? Yeah. It's like, well, these people are the least full of shit. So I like to put myself, in both camps, just to be on the safe side. Actually, okay, Friday Night Synagogue, you have 3 choices. You either go to what's called the Karlbach Million, the Karlbach Million. This is by named after Rabbi Shlomo Karlbach, who was a Jewish, like, folk singer legend, and he was like, and he had these songs, all these tunes. And so if you want to do lots of singing and dancing and, like, being a faggot, I don't know, I can't stand it. And like, oh God, they go through. Anyway, want to do that one? You go in that room, right? If you like the grumpy old man one, I'll go in the grumpy old man one. That's one where I tend to go, right? Only trouble is that's the one a rabbi normally speaks in. Like, So the trick is, I guess, if somebody comes up to speak and it looks like they're going to go too long, there's normally, like, in the middle, right? So I should get up then and nip out and go and hang out with the outside group, which by far the best group, by far. I mean, like, it's not even close, right? It's not like, which one's the best group? No, it's the best group is the outside group, 100%. Right, absolutely. It's like if the best place to be if you ever go to synagogue, right? You ever go to a synagogue? You're like, you work mate invite you to a bar mitzvah or something, whatever, right? You get there, as long as it's an Orthodox one. You get there and you say, "Is there a Kiddush club?" That'll make you sound cool, because normally people when you have a Kiddush club, there's a bit in the middle of services where you read the Bible scroll, the Torah, right? And then you have this other bit where you read from a book, the prophets or whatever. A lot of people little nip out there. If you have a kiddish club, you nip out there and you have some whiskey and something to eat, some chulent, normally some hot, dewy stew. Oh, it's very good. It's very good, especially in the winter. Anyway, I digress. Fine. David Tennant teases Doctor Who 60th. People don't know what's coming. I know. He got me excited again. Right? Genuinely, I was like, oh. David said the shows are going to be quite unexpected. Well, I hope so. I mean, listen, if it's quite unexpected, as if you're going to retcon Jodie away, that's very expected, darling. Very expected. As we get closer to Doctor Who 60th anniversary episodes later this year, David Tennant has teased what fans can expect from the new adventure. And you meant saying they'll be quite unexpected. Speaking to a fan clip post on Twitter, it's going to be quite unexpected. Literally, he just said that. Okay, I'll just get the video. Fine, here's what we're going to do. 1 second. Quite unexpected. Wow. I mean, yeah, wait there. Well, no, I don't want it to play without me. Get back to Twitter. Video downloader. Dun, 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 dun. Twitter video downloader. Doink. Bum 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 bum. Here it comes. Download. Looks like he's in a 10th Doctor coat. Same video. Exciting. Doink. Let's play that. I mean, really. I mean, isn't that? This seems like the much easier way.
Yeah.
Of course, you can't tell me anything because that would be defeating, wouldn't it?
Exactly.
But in your own words, how would you say like the situation is going to be? Like, it's going to be exciting. It's going to be.
I think it's going to be quite unexpected. That's what I think.
Not for surprises, you think?
Yeah.
So I don't know. So it sounds like it's going to be like a lot of very mic droppy moments, right? And I think. I don't know. I think we're going to get a lot of fan service, like a lot of, like we're going to see Jamie. And I don't know. I think we're going to see a lot of cool stuff. So that actually got me excited again, right? Like I hope they're not playing it too close to just. I don't know. I think we just need to start. Yeah, like we were. It's like the trouble is, it's been a very rough month, you know, in terms of like it's only what the second, in terms of it being how would I describe it? I don't know. You know how when people reacted to the MAGA hat and they acted like, to me it looks like that symbol from the Third Reich. I feel that way about rainbows now. I was like, because it's not just about, it's not about inclusion. It's about complete cultural dominance. I don't know. Anyway, what's he saying? Unexpected.
Oh yeah. Oh, definitely.
Like the old days.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I think there's stuff that people do not know is coming, and there's some stuff that people do know is coming, and that's all cool. Well, and me. Yeah. I think it's gonna be great. Yeah.
I can't wait to see it.
I hope you enjoy it when it comes.
I heard it. He's got to do that all day. Man, that guy is a saint. Right? Literally got to do that all day. And like, let's face it, Doctor Who fans often this gentleman's social grace is somewhat average for a Doctor Who fan. You know, Twitter found them for a reason, baby. What can I tell you? But yeah, let's see if there's anything else in that article. I said I lose. There's already a number of things we don't know. Blah blah blah. I think there's going to be, I don't know, like it'll be Tom Baker. I don't know. Right? I mean, there's a lot it could be, right? And I'm like, oh, I'm excited again, which is quite nice. It's quite nice to be excited again about Doctor Who, right? Because it's been, like it's always relentless. Like, oh yeah, we're gonna have this chick with dick, and now this chick with dick. Let's put the chick with dick on the cover. Yeah, and the dick. Oh, yeah, so stunning. So brave. I still think, yeah, I know. Kevin says it's going to race Jodie. I think so too. Did you check out Beware's Doc Zoo? I sent you. Oh, yes. What was that? I remember. Oh, I can't remember what it was. I remember somebody sending it to me. And I remember going, oh, that looked quite good. What was it? I don't know. Can you send it to me again now? I'll look at it on the stream right now. 1 second. How did you send it to me? What was it? It was Facebook, maybe. I don't know. Listen, if you can, let me know in the chat how you will send it to me. Send it to me right now. I will indeed check it out. But I remember what it was going. Oh yeah, we got to look at that. Here, what else? I have a couple of things like that. Share screen. Let's see what we got. Yeah, this is weird. I got a clip that's called Bud Light. I wonder what that is. Oh God, yeah, check this out. It is over for Bud Light. It's the only things on. Oh, it's the only thing on the shelf. Like they look at that. They cannot shift them. This is apocalyptic for Bud, right? This is good news because yeah, okay, they lost 30% of sales, but how many? Like how much loss can they stand before it stops becoming profitable? Right? Like what was their margin? Right? It was probably only a few cents a can. They're probably screwed because listen, as retailers have to throw out product, they're not going to order as much. This is going to take the effect we just seen now is minor. The long-term effect is much bigger because retailers will not be wanting to stock Bud Light. That simple, right? Oh, hey, 1 second. You sent me by Twitch. There you go. Let's have a look. Over here. There you go. Hang on. All right, okay, we'll put a bit of it on. Now, hopefully the audio. How am I going to do this? I'll put this over here. Okay, and now I'll go over here. And go share screen. Oh, so complicated. My little head's hurting. My little head's hurting. No, wrong thing. Oh my God. Literally, I've done everything wrong. Okay. Remove. Okay. Video. Not video. Share screen. Share screen. Okay. And now we go over here. Doink. Got it. Oh my God. That was a serious boomer moment, right? Serious boomer moment. Fine. This running serves as a transformative educational example of the lost potential of Doctor Who Series 11. And that's... Oh, okay. Wait, what's that about Dominic Gleeson? What? Who's Dominic Gleeson? This one is unaffiliated with both Dominic Gleeson and Lana Connor, and is not. Who is Dominic Gleeson? I don't know. They're nothing to do with it. All right. So nothing's that. He's just regenerating, I think. Yeah. Oh, I see what this is. Oh, this is very cool. Okay, this guy's made a kind of book on tape in a very cool way. Oh, obviously I'm not going to listen now, but this looks awesome, mate. Here, let me share this. Doy, I mean, this looks absolutely awesome. Good for you. Talk to Twitter. Okay, I don't think I did. I might have done. Well, let me get your channel. No, I didn't dox your Twitter. Okay, fine. Well, I have to think about these things. Here we go. I'll show you your channel. That was really cool. Chibble at full power. I like your channel. I've seen your chibble at full power. That's a good video. Let me ask you: have you seen much doing anime using AI? Which I don't know. For you, somebody a content creator like you, I can see being interested. So there you go. That's your channel. That was very cool. I did indeed like that. Fine. Ever onwards. Where are we going to go to next? And it's Kingston. Oh, we could do. Let's do non-Doctor Who. We'll do non-Doctor Who next. We'll go Doink over in Bounding Comics. Oh, let's do the Elon Musk story. Where is it? Because I think there's updates with it. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oh, here it is. Fine. Elon Musk responds to report that Twitter scrap deal with Matt Walsh due to misgendering. So here, we have to read between the lines on this one, right? But I don't know what's exactly going on. Firstly, he was out of the country when all this went down, right? There's a lot of moving parts in play, right? So firstly, Elon Musk buys Twitter essentially because Babylon Bee was censored for misgendering, right? He's like, no, this is ridiculous. So, and now, essentially, that misgendering policy has been put back in place, right? Essentially, from what we can see with this Matt Walsh and Daily Wire one about the documentary, What is a Woman? Which is very good. I recommend everybody go over to Twitter to watch it. However, again, Twitter, if you want to be a streaming video platform, build a TV app, number one, and build a video interface, right? So that you can look for media easily, right? What you have now doesn't work, right? This like endless scroll when you find some video playing in it, it doesn't work, right? But that being said, so when they put it out, so the day or so before, I think they were going to premiere this on Twitter. Twitter said no because there's 2 instances of misgendering in it, so you can't have the deal that we offered you, which is where you're going to buy like a dedicated page for the day, and you'll be recommended. You can't do that, right? And if you post it by yourself, it's going to be like throttled, right? So this is completely in the opposite direction, right? So then the reports came out that Elon Musk was in the room when this went down, when all this was being okayed. So then the president, I think, or the VP, whatever it is, in charge of safety resigns. So that's like, what's going on? And Elon Musk says, no, we're going to, you're going to be able to share it, right? You're going to be able to share it, but, you're going to be able to share it, but right now there's a problem that we're trying to fix that makes it so people can't, what's it say? So it makes it so people can't share it. People can't share it from your side. It's just a problem that we're going to fix, right? And then that problem was later fixed this morning, right? So you can go to it, you can watch it, you can share it. However, it's not going to be put on our recommended timeline or anything like that because it's may be offensive to some advertisers, right? So what's going on? There's a lot of moving parts with this story, right? And there's many different options of what could be going on. Firstly, the vice president of safety resigning. So that sounded at first like she was At first, it sounded like this was done behind Elon Musk's back, and just going back to their old ways, essentially, right? That's essentially what it sounded like. And then when it finally did get posted, that's when this the vice president, whatever her name, quit. So it sounds like, oh, she was like one of the the bad people. But it turns out no, she was actually on the side of the angels, right? The people were saying no, she really helped with getting my account back when it was weirdly banned for no reason. I think like when things were really running amok on Twitter, right? So and they really were. It was just crazy how lawless it was. So so that was strange. We don't know why she resigned, or 100% if she did resign. I think she did, right? Recently, Elon Musk's Twitter has been told it won't be able to operate in countries if it doesn't do the banning or whatever at the behest of the government. In there, it's got to apply their like anti-hate speech rules, right? So, which is essentially the thing he was trying to stop. So otherwise, they're going to like remove it entirely from countries. So I don't know. I think you should. I don't know. So it sounds like the same things happened to Elon Musk that happened to Jack Dorsey. Like he had best of intentions and he just got swallowed up by a swamp of complete filth. Right? It seems to be what's going on with it, right? Which is very sad. But yeah, look, you can't fight against nation or multinational nations, which is basically what you're up against. Which is it's terrible. I mean, like. This Agenda 2030, it's not good news, right? That you're not going to have your rights anymore. I mean, like, man. And it won't be till, like, I don't know, a few years later people will realize what they've lost, right? It won't be until it hits them. Man, people are stupid. I tell you, people are stupid. Look, if you're a totalitarian and you want to get control of a country, this is a good way. Right, you've done well, right? Because although I don't know, and I really hope these next few months are the darkness before the dawn, right? Oh man, at last, things are just strange, right? They're absolutely strange. PD Rich, how you doing, sir? I'm Paul Tozen. Thank you for joining us. Fine, let's have a look at the story then. Let's see what if they go and think news report. Blah 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 blah, misgendering. Twitter cancelled the deal to premiere What Is a Woman for free on a platform for Twitter misgendering. I'm not kidding. Here's what happened. Right, so I went through that whole thread. Right, let's see what I mean, he was smart. He actually said something. There was a mistake by many people at Twitter. Oh. Mistake was that it was unacceptable content. It's definitely allowed. Yeah, look, he's fighting against an entire company and also the entire world outside the company, right? It's definitely allowed. Whether or not you agree with using someone's preferred pronouns, not doing so is at most rude and certainly breaks no laws. I should quote. I should note that I do personally use people's preferred pronouns as I use someone's preferred name. Simply, it's simply from a standpoint of good manners. However, for the same reason I object to rude behavior, ostracism, or threats of violence if wrong pronoun is used. Well, okay, you're saying a good game right now, Elon. But then he goes on to basically say that okay, so Jeremy Boring doesn't let it go. Okay, good for you, Jeremy. I appreciate this. The reply. We posted 2 clips of flagged by Twitter that were indeed labeled hateful content, and the share functions were disabled on the post. We are trying to reach your team to determine what this means for those posts, that whether or not our event tonight will be allowed to proceed. Oh no, it didn't, as it turned out. Is there any updates on this? Twitter. And Elon Musk. Elon Musk. What? Hasn't tweeted? Is this Elon Musk? Elon Musk? What? Did he like delete all his? No, that is him. Let that sink in. Let what sink in? That was 34 minutes ago. What just happened? Let what sink in? Holy shit. Isn't that weird? One day he's going to go to Mars. Yes. What's going on? I have no idea what's going on. I have no idea. Watching videos while scrolling through Twitter is a game changer. I don't really like her, I guess. Maybe I'm just old, right? Maybe I'm just old. Everyone refuses to hand over communications about Twitter related. Okay. None of this sounds good. Okay, well, who knows what's going on, right? That's the bottom line. Who bloody knows what's going on? Let me see if I can look up. I know. Let me see Daily Wire. See what's doing. Let's see if they've commented on the situation. Just them retweeting this bloody movie over a gazillion times. Every parent should be able to watch this. Wow. Okay. That's a pretty strong endorsement. Bloody hell. That is a pretty strong endorsement. So now Elon Musk has reposted this movie saying every parent. Look at that. That's just weird. What? I don't understand this story. Okay, it gets more confusing as it goes along. I don't understand this story. Where is it? Yeah, look at that. Elon Musk. Every parent should watch this. Okay, what the hell? What was the responses? That's what I want to see. Because any adult should do whatever makes them happy, provided it doesn't harm others. But a child is not capable of consent, which is why the laws protect minors. Yes. Oh. Stop. I mean, see, this is just rubbing it in their faces. Why don't you ever hear what is a man? Well, I guess you can. Here's a rub. The White House is following the science, but I was raised in science to say to this is what I need answering. During puberty, it is used to be that hormones are flying around all over the place and confusing all the time. Okay. And I have read, it's my experience with teaching teens that hormones change brain chemistry and how we think. So surely we should wait till after puberty before medical intervention. Well, you are making a valid point. I want to see the people who are like mad at him. I guess not. Stop extremism. Behold the paradox of extremism. I see this could go either way. Right. Activism has become the norm today. Extremism begets extremism. Who knew? Thus I wrote this. What? Behold the paradox of extremism. It spawns more extremism as tolerance festers within every ideology and camp. There's too much tolerance. There's aggressive tolerance, but only for things they like. But what if we could break the cycle of bitter division? Here's an idea so crazy. Disengage. Actually, not a bad idea, but no one's going to do it. Okay. Maybe I'll. I'm not seeing like the enraged replies because it's my feed being sent to me. So yeah, okay. This story continues to baffle me. Is the bottom line. This story continues to completely bloody baffle me. I have no bloody idea what's going on with it. Right? Not a thing. I wanted the Mission Impossible story. Where is that? There's a few of it. There's the Mission Impossible. Oh yeah, well I wanted this one, the Hogwarts one. This one's creepy as hell. YouTube discovered Hogwarts Legacy developers Avalanche Games scrapped a morality and reputation system. So that's basically a social scoring system, right? Similar to Harry Potter discovering his prophecy record in the Department of Ministers in the Order of Phoenix, YouTuber Grand Theft Diamonds uncovered Hogwarts Legacy scrapped morality system. Okay. First of all, reported by PC Gamer during YouTuber Grand Theft Diamonds data mining of Hogwarts Legacy SQL file. Blimey hell. Really? This guy's gone to a lot of work. The YouTuber discovered the Phoenix Game data SQL file consisting of Avalanche Game scrapped hidden morality system. Bloody hell. Right. According to the system will be used to penalize players for casting forbidden curses with the killing curse Avada Kedavra. I think that's a good idea. I like that it had a hidden. I think that's very in-world clever. It's a shame they scrapped it. I really like that idea. Was the average ever being assigned the maximum penalty of 100 house points, minus 100 house points, followed by the mind control curse, minus 50 house points. Avalanche Games even plans to penalize players for extorting and bullying, minus 50 and minus 25, respectively. I think this is a good idea. What's wrong with this? Under the scrap morality system, players would also be able to earn 10 house points for studying in class and 5 house points for club participation. Again, look, I'm not a gamer, so I don't get why this is bad. I thought they were developing it like to monitor your social media to see if you're, a garbage person, right, on the right side of history. CBR parent company Valent Inc. cuts outlets editor-in-chief and 2 senior executive as part of major restructuring related to turning the corner on both culture and performance. Oh boy, CBR's going down, baby. Oh, they're so awful. Report. Bum, bum, banana. I just like everything Tom Cruise. I Mission Impossible. I really am. I'm a bit of a... By the way, I have fallen so out of love with Citadel. Oh, my God. I got the last 2 episodes. I can't bring myself to watch them. I tried last night and I fell asleep. Right? It's... but Silo is awesome. Actually, you know what? We might actually do a recap of, what is it, episode 2, episode 3? What one do I have one somewhere? I have something on my desktop. Let's have a look. Because it's really good. I mean, we episode 3. Yeah, it's totally worth doing a recap of that. It's a great show. I mean, like it's such a great show. It's a well-written show, right? It's a well put together show. Silo. It's got every character is a rounded, interesting character that I want to know more about because it's such a rounded, interesting character, right? Even like the evil characters, the bad. I mean, the central mystery is very well done. It's keeping me really riveted with it, right? So I have been I'm really up for this show. In fact, yeah. So let me hang on. We'll do that. I gotta make the PDF now though. 1 second. We're going to doink. So Tom Cruise is pissed. I bet he is pissed, right? I mean, look, he puts a lot of passion into these movies. God bless him, right? And I think we all kind of benefit for that, right? Oh, ow! It's opening up. It's just going to ask me. Here we go. We go create multiple files into a single PDF. And I'm going to dump everything in this folder. Doink. Into here. Right, I haven't I have no idea what this is episode 3, so I have no idea what's like. I will remember. I will remember because it's all very good, right? Although I'm looking at the beginning, I'm like going, what the hell's going on? I don't know. Fine. I think combine. Doink. Is it doing it? Yeah, it's doing it. Okay, fine. And now coming in. Okay, fine. I'm over there. Just trying to get to, I'm trying to get to the window and I can't find it. And there it is. There you go. So Tom Cruise is pretty pissed that Christopher Nolan's Oppenheimer will bump Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning from Part 1 from IMAX screens. I mean, listen, I think Oppenheimer's going to be good, but I think it's a bummer that he's right, because I bet that Mission Impossible is going to be awesome on IMAX, right? I bet it's going to be. If I can see that on IMAX, I totally will, right? That's totally worth it. Yeah. Oh yeah, man! I got to work out a whole new system of going to see movies, right? Because my wife's like working all the time now, so they don't like me going to the movies on my own. But maybe that can make a resurgence. Oh, I used to love going to the movies on my own. Get my daughter to drop me off, and I'll catch a show. So it'll finish as my wife's coming home. We'll do the 1-2, the 1-2 shot. Maybe we'll go out for dinner. Ooh, yeah, that sounds like a good plan. Okay, I just look at this going, I want to see this movie. Bam, 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 bam. Okay. Here, Tom Cruise, blah, 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 blah. The new report that claims that Tom Cruise is not happy. He is not a happy camper. The upcoming Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1 is getting bumped from IMAX when Christopher Nolan. So how long does it get in the theater? Right. Report comes from claims that Cruise has been complaining loudly to Paramount executives about the other IMAX situation per multiple sources from the familiar to the dialogue. Specifically, Baloney. Who's Baloney? Mark Baloney at Puck claims that Cruise is not having that Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning will not be shown on any IMAX screen in North America for 3 weeks once Oppenheimer arrives in theaters. How long does it come out? So Dead Reckoning arrives on July 12th, expected to go up most of the IMAX screens. However, Oppenheimer arrives just 2 weeks later. I kind of hear it. But 2 weeks out, you're kind of 2 weeks out. I mean, I think you should calm down. All right? I think you should calm down. It's actually kind of good that we 2 movies I would want to see in IMAX. All right? But yeah, look, I can understand being pissed about that. According to Collider, the film total gross was 110 million, and of its 1.4 billion worldwide gross on IMAX screens, nearly 7.5 of that was in the entire worldwide gross. That's what I'm talking about. Maverick, right? Okay, looks like it's gonna be a fun movie. I just like these. I think they just bring them. And the thing about the Mission Impossible movies, it is not Tom Cruise, right? It's really cut. There was a chance I thought they were going to try and hand over to Jeremy Reynolds. But no, it's Tom Cruise, right? It's all Tom Cruise. I mean, maybe somebody could take it over after he dies. But, like, it's so connected to Tom Cruise. All right, let's have a look. What else we got? Should we look at the Magic the Gathering thing? I might say that thing about Nick Fury. People are pissed about How to Train Your Dragon. They race swapped it to this girl. Look, it was the girl from Last of Us they killed off after the first episode. I thought that was great. I thought she was very good. Right. I thought she was like this doesn't seem like it's a like a really racially stuck character. Lord of the Rings. Yeah, I was going to get to that. Oh, yeah, no, this is what I wanted to get to. Yes. Oh, I knew it was there somewhere. Oh, Jane Fonda. You're wonderful. Jane Fonda blames white men and racism for climate change. Okay, Two things that don't happen for something that doesn't exist. Okay. He said, we have to arrest and jail those men. Those racist men. I'm not a crazy bitch that got by on just being super hot. Kind of are, darling. Kind of are. Barbarella, you look very hot, honey. Can I get Barbarella picking? Amongst the glamorous festivities of the 76th Cannes Film Festival, actress and radical activist Jane Fonda, Hanoi Jane, proclaimed her love for. I mean, how did she get any work after that? That white men are responsible for racism and climate change. She said while taking a shit. Because she's so super normal and nothing weird about this at all. During the rendezvous with Jane Fonda event, Deadline reporter and two-time Oscar-winning actress, and oh man, this is really distracting me. Okay. Two-time Disney actress. Oh man, I'm going to do that so I can't see the thing. Oh yeah, we can do this. That's better. That's better. Thank you. Oh, that was doing my head in. Winning actress said she will shift most of her attention to her political activism surrounding the climate change, given that she doesn't have any acting roles lined up. Really, darling? I wonder why. Is it, do you think, because you're such a delight? Could that be? Could it? Could it, darling? Or could it be you're an annoying cunt? I'm going to go with the annoying cunt thing, me. Answering the audience question for 80 for Brady, actress revealed that her activism would look like specifically jailing people she thinks are responsible for climate change. You did climate change. No, you did climate change. And you did climate change. I don't know who you are, darling. I am the one stopping climate change. I am Jane Fonda, the climate change stopping person. What movie is that? As Trish and Harry Hamlin as Dan in 80 for Brady. What is this movie? Okay, fine. We still have reason to we have still reason to be hopeful if we do everything right. You told us the world's over like 10 times over, she proclaimed. But I'm saying this is serious. It's super serious. We've got about 7-8 years to cut ourselves in half of what we use in fossil fuels. We do that, then it's going to kill most people, right? Your grandkids will be dead. Right. Unfortunately, the people who have the least responsibility are the hardest hit. In the global south, people on islands, poor people of color. It's because they're of color that they hate them. They're white men. The white men. I mean, look, let's be fair. The white men running the world are probably racist too. I mean, I'm not saying that they're not, but it's a tragedy that we have absolutely stopped. We have to arrest and jail those men. All of them! All of them! You will tell me. You will tell me. Responding to a different audience question, the Barbarella actress who was so hot in Barbarella. What happened there, darling? Oh, get back into your spandex. Get back in spandex, darling. Aye. No, actually don't get back in spandex. Only if you have a time machine. Okay, who's she with? She's kind of hot. Actress Sophia Karney, right? And okay. Listen, I don't know. As a threesome, I'm not sure. Like, I don't think she'll hold up to it much. Maybe you can just like change the sheets afterwards. Okay, wait in the other room, and then when we're done, you can come and change the sheets. Okay, no problem, darling. You're welcome. You're welcome, darling. So I wouldn't want to be sexist and not give her a role. Responding by clarify climate change would not exist without racism and a patriotic mindset. And the white people are at the top of everything, and everyone else at the bottom. It's good for us to realize there is there will be no climate crisis, because there's no climate crisis, If there was no weight in them, there's really not that much racism. I mean, there's racism as much as a climate crisis. There will be no climate crisis if there's no patriarchy. I am totally normal. A mindset that sees things in a hierarchical way. White men are the things that matter. Okay, you are completely out your fucking mind. Okay, granted, most of the people in that town are that way, right? The Bidens of the world, like the Romneys, all those politician cunts. Yes, they are evil, scum-sucking pieces of human excrement and should be, and this is not an endorsement of violence, but should be exterminated, right? If the world was a good and peaceful place. But it is not. Where are we up to? An attempt to enlist members of the audience to join her in her environmental cause, Fonda continued to connect feminist issues with cause. Yes, they want to take our vaginas and burn the rainforest. Really? Yes. Yes, they want to take our vaginas and burn the rainforest. Why? Because they're bad. They're bad men. Being bad. Naughty. Bad men. The actress admitted, we're in trouble. Even the climate crisis was solved. We haven't got those other things done, like men. Oh, their penises, but not the women with the penises. They're okay. Where are we up to? So when I say I'm fighting the climate crisis, what are you, king of the rocket men? You're not fighting anything. You're a shrill cunt. That's it. I also feel that I'm fighting patriarchy and racism. Yeah, when you're doing something, when you're not doing anything but imagining you're doing something, you're imagining you're doing something that will combat an imaginary problem that you imagine is there. I guess that's a better way of doing it than actually trying to attack doing something to attack the problem that's not there, right? That's what I learned when I started being an activist at the Vietnam War. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 4. The more you go down any issue, whatever it is, you realize it's all connected. Crisscross. But she hates us conspiracy theorists. And if we solve the climate crisis, we have to solve the other things, that we're going to be in trouble. God, you're in trouble, darling. You are in trouble. Nut job. You are a nut job. You are a nutty woman. Oh, and I'm not saying that complimentarily, right? I'm really not. Right. Fine, let me get back up here. Let's do a couple of Doctor Who things. Look at that big finish. Oh, I did the wrong thing. That is a nutty woman. I'm sorry. Well, Saturday night we're gonna have a look at this. Sam Jones's what's it called again? Indiegogo, which I know. It seems like he could have spent a little bit more money in the artwork. Unless he's doing the artwork. If he's drawing this is awesome. If he's not, he could have spent a little bit more money on the artwork, in my opinion. Or maybe Joey Archie's doing. Who's there? Who's doing the work on this? That's the question. And I like they call it Sam Jones, who clearly Flash Gordon. Okay, but tell me who's doing the artwork. The team. Who's the team? Luke Archie. It could be trading card by Rob Archie. It looks like Rob Archie. Yeah. So it looks like, I know, someone's talked you into it. Right? So it looks like someone's talked you into it. And you're going to make a bunch of money off it. But you should have the bloody team here. Right? Okay, that's the way you're going to be. Yeah. Look, I wish him the best. This artwork, though, is of a what I would say Rob Archie is not of what I would call a professional standard, right? I mean, that's like the cold truth. It's not there yet, right? It's not of a professional standard. But, you know, it looks like, look, it's going to be a fun little bit of object art, that's for sure. Here we go. Big finish. Any second now. Big finish. We love stories. There we go. We'll go to last month. Where is it? War Doctor. So I finally finished listening to this. I can now knowledgeably talk about it, right? So this is the first one, right? This is the first one without Louise Jameson overseeing it, and you really do notice a difference, right? You really, really do notice a difference. This is the weakest one they put out so far, and it's a shame because all the elements are pretty strong. The cover's wrong. The cover's pretty weak, I think. Oh, not weak. I think it's wrong for this type of drama, right? They're selling it incorrectly, right? I think they're not selling it authentically as what it is, and I think if they did, they would probably sell more, right? That bottom line, right? I think they probably would sell more because they're selling it as too feminine a product when it's really more of a masculine story. Now, the problem with this one is that the War Doctor isn't really the protagonist, and he could very nearly be, right? He's like one step off. The script editing is not the best, right? It's not. When I say not the best, it's not very strong. I think the production generally on this thing is weaker, right? I think Comrades in Arms is a generic title. You could slap that on any of these box sets, right? There's nothing specific to it, right? So the big problem with this is the character Case, who they introduced in a previous box set, and she's like look, she is the absolute definition of a SJW Mary Sue, right? It's absolutely that she is the stunning and brave woman who's the key to everything, and she literally is that character. That being said, it was actually that wasn't really that bad, right? It wasn't Michael Burnham level awful, right? Yeah, and she's quite personal in the script. All the elements are good, right? And I think Jonathan Kerry really holds it together, and he's the one that continues my interest in this series, right? But okay, so they essentially bring this character back. She is the glue that holds this series together. Now, the problem with that is this: that she's either a woman or a black woman. I'm not sure which, right? One of the two. What's the problem with that? Well, firstly, this is a masculine role, and I can't remember the last time there was a masculine role played by a man, right? It's universally played by women now. It's ridiculous, right? I can't think of I think that wasn't a legacy role, right? Any role, again, a military commander, a leader of any type, always a woman. It's been like that for 5 years, and it's ridiculous, right? Now, the problem, though, is there's a drive to make people who are minorities, who people in the entertainment industry feel have been underrepresented, have them be more represented. So they want more casting of these people, right? So the demand for minorities, right, or black women, for example, has gone up massively, right? The supply has not risen to meet the demand. Now, you may say, but that demand was completely undersubscribed before. And I would say, but now the demand completely oversubscribes the supply, because she's just not strong enough to carry off this role, which is quite well written, right? She doesn't have the acting chops to make me care about her enough to be on board when you have the big emotional moments, right? They fall flat, right? They fall flat, and it's no real diss on her. This was, I think, supposed to be like a second tier character, right? I think it was supposed to be like a This is a character not meant to, in my mind anyway, not meant to carry the emotional weight of the series, right? And by doing that, it kind of also fails. So again, the story though is good. The whole idea is good. So this woman is an augmented Dalek super weapon that the Doctor helped break out of Dalek control, and they're their own person now, right? So we start off. Let's have a look at the blurb. Mother's love. Yeah. Okay. This is what really pisses me off. There's a lot of greatness in this, right? There's a lot of really good, strong sci-fi ideas in this that are really marred by this identity casting, right? But there's a lot of just really, really strong ideas. So Mother's love. So responding to a distress call, the War Doctor arrives at Haven, a state-of-the-art Time Lord field hospital, operated by an highly advanced medbay operation mainframe, or MUM. So yeah, this is really good. It's essentially a psycho computer, right? But on the station has been compromised. MUM's secrets run deep. Time is running out, and the War Doctor must renew old alliances if he's to get out alive. So again, the problem with this is there's a girl that this mum is protecting, and it's much more her story. It's not the War Doctor's story, right? And he's somewhat peripheral to the emotional terms of the story, which is again the nutball computer, fantastic, strong writing by Noga Flacian, right, who I've never heard of before, right? Good, it's really good. And but I think there's just a fear of or a weakness in the script editing production, to impose down more a stronger vision. That's what it is. This box set, I think box sets in general need a stronger vision. The Nick Briggs ones have the stronger vision, right? That's really the difference right there. Berserker, another great idea. Love this freaking idea. Don't like it on the cover, the representation of the cover, but I like the idea. Sunspire was devastated by Daleks centuries ago. The last of the people are returning to seek out their heritage in an underground bunker and save their species from extinction. Case and the War Doctor join the mission, posing as Dalek Killer and her squire. Yeah, all that is pretty darn good, right? It is pretty darn good. I like this one. But the bunker has... Okay, in fact, I like it so much, I'm going to re-listen to it. The bunker has an occupant, a single berserker Dalek driven insane by 400 years of solitude. It's driven insane because it hasn't had anybody to kill. And it's completely freaking bonkers. So I have to re-listen to this one because it's kind of conceived in one cut. Like the movie 1917. It probably came out at the time they were writing this. 1917 is like one kind of shot with a couple of bits of trickery, but essentially it's one shot, right? One continuous shot. Which obviously very good. But yeah, so this has a similar vibe, and it's got a good kinetic build-up because of it. Again, though, it's much more Case's story than the War Doctor's story, right? It's his lack of centrality really. I think Louise Jameson on a more production role side would have brought him more to the center, and it's just like it's little thing. It's just a halfway step. So the Berserker Dalek is kind of cool because it can take itself apart and rebuild itself and use any other technology as well and rebuild itself. And it's also bonkers, which is good. So I like this for me. I think was the fun idea, right? It was just again needs a bit more script editing or just to move the Doctor into the center of the story, and he's just off center right now. Final one is Memnos, another story, right? And this one really, really benefits as well by I would say stunning, right? Genuinely stunning performance by Nick Briggs as the time controller Dalek, right? It absolutely, like, probably his best Dalek performance ever, right? Genuinely, it's absolutely wonderful. So they're on this planet, Memnos, a secret Time Lord project, recording everything lost in the Time War, a place where the War Doctor can admit his part in the conflict and seek solace, and perhaps he can find salvation for Case. But the Dalek strategist will not let slip her potential. She could be the Dalek's greatest weapon. A battle for Case's soul will be won or lost in Memnos. So again, the Doctor isn't central enough. It starts off you have Case again, who isn't strong enough, right? They haven't built up the character strongly enough yet to be able to really pull it off. But you have this character Case running through a memory, running through these archives, trying to work out where she's from, what planet she's from. The Doctor thinks he found it. He's got another nefarious plan in his back pocket as well. At the same time, the Dalek strategist is able to connect to her in cyberspace. And so most of it takes place in cyberspace, right? But again, the standout performance from Nick Briggs really, really, really is great as the very malicious and intelligent time strategist, right? Really, really great. So that elevates it up. But again, the problem with this is the Doctor not being at the center of the plot. He's too peripheral, right? And again, not having a strong enough identity. I think this painted cover thing is a bit done. I think it should be used more sparingly. This one really needs a more cinematic box set cover. Photoshoppy one more than this one. I think it's a much more masculine thing, and he's like and you need a different realization for the Berserker Dalek. That looks garbage. Venklin looks weird on this cover. Who I like that character a lot. She's one of the many female military characters that I do like, right? But she's okay. Comrades in Arms. No, it's generic. Something that can only work for this box set, right? That's what it needs to be. Something that can only work for this box set. And I don't know. But the idea of like the Doctor and Case being teamed up. Although again, the realization of Case on the cover is weak, right? She's too hot, right? It's too like it just doesn't really work, right? It needs and it's too like clingy sci-fi costume, right? I don't know. I think it needs to be a bit more bulgy, a little bit more. It looks cheap, right? That's the thing. It looks like a cheap costume. Whereas Venklin's looks real because it was modeled on real costumes, right? They should have put a little bit more thought into this. Do you have any pictures of them backstage? Who's Tiger Bun? Okay, who played Venklin? Who played? Is it? Yeah, this is Ajiz Awad. So I don't know. Is Ajiz Awad not white? I can't tell. God, like, why are we even worrying about this bullshit? Well, I think that's basically where we are, though. Constantly worrying about bullshit like this. They should cosplay him as the War Doctor. It's a big making a mistake not doing that. But yeah, so I don't know. It's I found this a frustrating box set. Nearly good is how I would describe it. Frustratingly nearly great. Really missing Lou James, right? Really missing Lou James. Fine. I think I'm going to have to wrap it up. Am I going to do Silo? Fine, I'm going to do Silo right now. I've been wanting to get to it for ages. Fine, we're going to do a Silo catch-up this week. So we're on episode 3. Silo is freaking awesome, right? Silo is freaking awesome. Let's see how fast I can get through this. Yeah, that's won't take me long. Fine. So here we go. Doink. So essentially the setup's like this. You have this massive concrete silo underground. It's 144 levels deep, right? It's completely enclosed. They have artificial lighting. That's one of the things that was really clever. They don't know how long they've been there or why they're there. They have like a sensor so they can see outside, and they have that on like every level, every other level. They have a giant screens that look like windows looking outside, right? So like 147 years earlier, there was a revolution. They say they burnt all the records, so nobody knows why they're there. But there's a thing called the pact that they live by, which has a lot of strange rules. Like, firstly, they're not able to in any way mechanize the going up and down the silo. You can only walk up and down. And so let's say you're at the top, you have to walk to the bottom. It takes a full day, right? You're there for 2 days. Like, you've got to sleep there overnight. And vice versa. It's like, caste systems depending on where you are in the silo. But it's very good at world building, right? So the first 2 episodes have the main characters are dead by now, right? The first one, you have the woman from what's the name? Parks and Rec. I can't remember her name. Whatever. So and she's married to the sheriff. Don't know his name. And he's black, she's white. So far, every couple is multiracial, right? So I've noticed in the silo. So first episode is basically the sheriff's wife stumbles onto a record. It's called, you're not allowed relics of before the silo either, or from before the pact, right? So suddenly she stumbles over a hard drive which has some data on it, and she sees life outside is not as they presented it, right? There's actually, it looks barren outside, but it looks like but she says it's not real. It's not real. And she said, and the punishment is, when you say you want to go outside, the punishment is you're sent outside to clean the camera, the sensor, right? And then you go and you normally stagger before you get that far off, and you collapse and die, right? So because of the poisoned earth or something. And she says, no, that's actually fake, and they change what you can see, right? So she becomes obsessed and want to go outside. She was also approved to have a baby, but they think she didn't get pregnant, and she suspects that her birth control was never really removed. And she's anyway. So she stumbles on this conspiracy theorist guy who's got this old hard drive. She finds all this evidence on it about the silo, right? So she becomes obsessed, and eventually, when she isn't able to have a baby, she has this massive breakdowns, and she screams in the middle of the canteen, "I want to go outside!" Right? And she's like, "No, don't say it." It's too late. They say it. It's their crime, and so she's got to go outside to clean. She goes outside, and she says, "Listen, if it looks like to us outside, like barren and dead, I'm not going to try and clean the sensor. I'm just going to wave and sit there. But if it looks good, I'm going to clean it, right?" And so she gets outside, and she's in this hazmat suit, and she comes over, she cleans it, meaning like, oh, must be something out there, right? And then she goes and collapses and dies, right? So that's basically the first episode. The second episode is the sheriff, her husband, over the next couple of years, basically, falls apart. Yes, essentially. The guy who found that the hard drive, right, turns up dead, and he's investigating it, right? And he's pretty sure there's something outside that he wants to go outside as well, right? And he gets more and more into it through this investigation. So basically, he goes outside as well. And basically the same thing. He dies next to the corpse of his wife, if that's really what we're seeing. But he pulls his helmet off first, right? And you see from this point of view, everything looks good, but you don't know if that's real or fakers either, right? So that you don't know what's going on. But like, as I said, the world building is great. So the girlfriend of the person, and the person who found the hard drive is mysteriously found dead, falling from the stairs in the silo, right? So he had a girlfriend, Juliette Nichols, played by Rebecca Ferguson. Freaking excellent in this, right? Everybody in this is freaking excellent, right? And and so he had found out where this secret cavern was at the bottom of the silo, where the things that dug the silo were, right? So That's where they are, and he had like all these relics that you weren't allowed to have that he kept there, and he kept investigating what's going on, right? So he's been killed, right? And I can't remember exactly, but she went down to where he worked out that he said that you should go. There's a pipe to get out. And you go down there, and it's just all water, right? And she was like terrified of the water. Her light drops into it, and it's like it vanishes. So you have no idea how deep it is. So okay, she climbs out, right, and she freaks out. And they go back. The watches turns out to be important later. Again, there's lots of. I didn't know that when I was getting these screen grabs. There's lots of these little details that really work. So basically, she's freaked out, right? And Silo. So yeah, these people, the creepy people, are from judiciary, right? So they keep setting up different groups to be bad guys, but then you get to know the people, and they're much more interesting. Like the main face of judiciary is this really scaring guy who they had a great moment in episode 4, I think. Episode 5, he was just standout speeches, just fantastic actor, right? Great voice. Really, really works for this role, right? Just great. But I do, again, the world building I find absolutely excellent. So so he's left now, and he's nominated this woman, Juliet Nichols, to become the next sheriff. So the mayor, who everybody loves, the mayor, right? She's been the mayor forever. Is walking down to meet her to offer her the job, right? So this is the big thing of the day, and she's going with the sheriff's deputy, and they're like, and she's not stopping in a judicial when she does eventually get in trouble. So yeah, again, great character, right? They start their long walk down. Meanwhile, she wakes up and gets back to life again. So this is judicial, and they don't stop. So Juliet Nichols is at the bottom of the silo, and she deals with the generator. And again, she's the stunning brave woman who is the key to everything, but really compelling. Like, I just really like these characters. Again, you know how great this is. In one episode, they sketch out the characters so you know who they are and you care about everybody, and you're invested in their mission. Right? It's it's so rare, right? It's so rare. So yeah, so the silo the generator keeps going off, and the boss says, you're not doing well, right? Since what's his name died, you got to pull it together. So anyway, the mayor show. Oh, so this is the head of analytics, Tim Robbins. He's the other big power player. So they stop by, and she offers him a bottle of wine or from a private stash. He apparently has a big stash, and I like how the technology is all very limited, right? Because you're not allowed to have lenses or cameras or things like that. So she's basically telling her the plan that she's going to offer this guy, Juliet Nichols, the job, rather than the stooges that they want to have it, right? Meanwhile, she goes down to the baby level and the hospital level, and everyone's happy to see her. Again, totally beloved leader, and she meets the babies. No, Ian Glenn's freaking excellent and everything. She's Juliet Nichols' father, right? Who has a bit of a weird, strange relationship with her. We find out more as we go along. He said, can you tell me something about your daughters? Well, not really. We haven't talked for years. She, meanwhile, is hangs out down here with this woman who doesn't go outside and fixes things, right? She's telling him about how terrifying it was. Again, look at this world building, right? I like, you got this, farming levels. It's really good. So they stop and they have something to eat. And you get this nice little relationship building up between the two of them, which is sweet, right? And again, great characters, really well drawn. You get to know them very quickly, and they're very believable. They're very three-dimensional. So this guy's essentially the bad guy, right? He's from Judicial. He's got this great silky voice. So he comes to bribe the mayor, saying to try and get her to get the stooge they want as the sheriff is going to give us strawberries. Yeah, that's where the guy who was killed died. So it's pretty clear that he was murdered, right? I found what I was looking for. I think, yeah, that's a note from the no, that's a note from her boyfriend, right? So yeah, the silo is not doing good, right? So the generator is not doing good, and she has to keep going in and fixing it, right? And again, she's stunning and brave and knows what she's doing. But it's good. But you know what? It is good. I hate to tell you, it's very, very good. So she comes and somehow the mayor and this woman know each other well, and so she meets with Juliet and says, "Yeah, you've been nominated to be the sheriff, right?" And she's like, "Well, I got a job. I can't leave this." So the other sheriff said, "If I find something, right, because they're talking about her dead boyfriend with Odo, I'll send you a sign, right?" And she, "Yeah, no, I have no idea what you're doing, right?" So they leave, and she's talking about it, and like, yeah, it's just weird. And then, "Hey, look, there's something written on the back." She sees it, and she runs after this. "Okay, yes, I am going to take the job, right? But I have to. We have to fix things down here first. So I have to make sure things are working." The generator keeps going off, right? He's like, "Are you sure?" I said, "Yeah, I'm going to do it, right?" So off they come. By order. Oh yeah. So she says we need to take the generator offline for 8 hours. This has never happened before, right? In the silo. So we got to go and back up power so we can fix it, right? And everyone's freaking out. Everyone's terrified. And this guy, Tyrole's like, what the hell? So again, great explanation of the the kid writing in this is freaking excellent, right? Every bit of right is just so sharp. So it says, imagine you have a spinning top, right? It spins nice, but then if it develops a little kink in it, it's always going to like that. That's basically the problem. One of the blazers got bent, and they need to find it, right? They need to turn it off to find it and fix it. But the problem is this: they've only got about half hour before everything blows up. Essentially, the police, meanwhile, they all have to go and everyone's scared about the blackout. This is basically, again, very good explanation of what we're doing. Steam comes up from where the arrow is, right, and goes into the turbine. There's a thing there that close it off, but if you close it off for too long, it gets too hot and it melts, and it'll explode, right? So the plan is they're going to take the covers off while it's still going, and when they see where the problem is, then they'll stop it, and that's when the clock starts. Meanwhile, everybody gathers together in communal areas, getting ready for the big power outage. Power goes off. And again, no one's experienced this in their lifetime. They're all terrified, right? Police are out helping. Meanwhile, really good piece of direction, a good piece of set piece, right? Because I really cared about all of this, right? I was totally on board. So they pull back the thing and they can see where it's like where it's all sparking. In the episode, she punched it. You have a thing called a shadow. That's how you take on your profession. You shadow somebody until you learn that. So she punched out a shadow earlier when she wanted to fix it. So as soon as it turns down, they lift them up to where it is. And they start fixing stuff, right? They drop down this big blade that needs to be fixed, and again, they've only got so you have this juddering clock all the way through, which is very good at building up the tension, right? So yeah, and great scene, freaking great scene. The scary guy from Judicial, right? You see him with his daughter, and how sweet he is with her, and how she stays with her. Again, his voice is just like velvet, right? Just a great actor, really. This guy is the deputy. He's like the chief right now, while until somebody else comes along. He likes to draw, right? And so they go out and they see the the darkness of the silo, And basically, she confesses their love for each other, right? And it's again lovely little scene. That's why she asked him to go down and to interview the new mayor, the new sheriff. But yeah, it really genuinely works. Great stakes. Okay, so it starts to get the more scary. The valve is melting, right? They're like, we don't have so much more time. So meanwhile, she is, okay, I have an idea. And she says, you take over here. Boom. And she jumps down and she gets a hose and goes to where it is. And then she basically gets them to water call it. But it's good because the beginning of the episode, each episode is like a novel, and with a beginning, middle, and end. With the beginning episode, you set up her fear of water and her fear of drowning, right? Which makes this much more, heroic. So she managed to bring the power down. And people are like scared, things happen, not much anyway. So they she basically they tease it and she's like nearly I think she goes under the water because there's so much water. Will it work? I don't know. Listen, they killed, this is the third episode. And they killed off the lead of the first episode, the lead of the second episode, Maybe you thought she could die in this one, right? But no, they bring her out. Okay, Rebecca Ferguson is the lead. Okay. But again, because they took the time to set up the cultural fear of water, right? Because they don't have open bodies of water, right? It's a sight nobody sees and is terrifying them. Because they set the time to set that up, that makes this that character so much stronger, right? Just care and attention, right? You really don't get that so much anymore. Oh, going the wrong way. All right, very good. So so they start the turbine going, and Darmok, the lights come back on again. Everyone's happy. Yeah, again, lovely scene with his daughter, right? That totally makes him into a much more interesting three-dimensional character. Right, and I do like they see the artificial lighting they have outside over his window, so it feels like you're outside. All that again, time, effort, and care has been spent on it. Fine, so she's fine. I'm going up the top. She gives him this relic, a camera. They don't know it's a camera, right? So Tim Robbins is not happy. So we will have words about this. And off she heads. And so now you finally get to see the badge. What is it that prompted her? It says truth. He wrote on it. So it says the truth is out there. Anyway, so a great ending, right? Not just we've had a great episode where characters had an arc and done things and moved, and the stories moved onwards, and it's things have mattered, right? Now we have a great ending to the episode as well. So they're going off to get ready for a date. She's just getting her stuff together. She gets a bottle, and then she hears clunk. She passes out. Right. He kicks down the door, and she's brown bread. Right. Brown bread. Who was she? Was she killed by judicial? I don't know. Was this a political plot? What happened? Right. What happened? I am so invested at this point, right? I have to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, it actually gets better as it goes on. So yeah, I will be catching up with that this week, right? We will get up to date with Silo by the end of this week. Okay, that is the plan. Fine, ladies and gentlemen, I must head off into the wilderness, out into the wild frontier. I have things to do. Sabbath is coming. We're so happy. I will see you tomorrow night. Here, I'll show you. I'll get the thumbnail out. Give me while I whip the thumbnail out, darling. Oh, I like being able to do I thought I'll go like a little bit longer today, but I like being able to do a longer stream. This is tomorrow's thumbnail. Yes, everybody. Yes, indeed. Fine. With that, yes, we're going to do a Saturday Night's edition. Doctor Who weirdness. You'll find out what that is. Star Trek. Will they fuck it up again? Probably. Disney grooming. It's so creepy. Could a Doctor Who Star Trek crossover really be happening? Or could this just be awesome clickbait? Who knows? Or dares to dream. With that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to click the end broadcast button and say good night, good luck, and may your God go with you, and click the end broadcast button.